All right, Smack Off 2011 continuing. This segment's going to start off with a guy who's been in multiple Smack Offs. I was happy to hear from him yesterday. He had a quick drive-by RSVP. He's a perennial top tenor. He's never won the thing, but he's always in the hunt when he makes the call. Never forget, he once cracked Terrence for being so fat that he loses his breath just by making a telephone call.
And I know we got a lot of clones who could stand to lose a little weight. Terrence, you should not get winded from a phone call. That's the answer for him. Get your fat asses off the couch, grab an iPod, download an hour of the jungle, and start running. Rome's going to be on the air when he's 80, and he's going to need callers.
It's a good point, Dan in D.C. It's an excellent point. I will be on the air at 80, and I will need phone callers. By then, we'll be like to Smack Off number 48. All right, let's do it. Let's keep moving. Dan in D.C. looking for his first title ever. My man, what's up, Dan?
What is up? Gotta love the Smack Off. I've been waiting for this day like Gloria James at a valet stand. And ironically, I'm also drunk and angry right now. How about this woman, Romy? When the cop questioned her, she responded, "I don't trust your kind." Who knew Mel Gibson was LeBron James's mom? In fairness, though, whose mother hasn't slugged a valet attendant outside a hotel while drunk at 4 a.m.? Jim, I've been a participant, like you said, and a listener to the Smack Off for over 10 years now, and I'm still having trouble coming up with the criteria for a winning call. Is it the funniest call? Couldn't be, because Vic won last year, and yes, the man has style, the man has flash, but his calls are as funny as a Paula Poundstone comedy set, or Jay Moore trying to play a leading man. Vic, you're near San Francisco, right? Your future is not in comedy. However, I do think you have the chops to become an excellent mime. Then you can mime your calls to Rome, and we would enjoy them more. Start by practicing the opening the door bit, then you can work your way up to walking in a windstorm. And if you're ever able to climb out of a box, then you can go down to the corner of Haight and Ashbury and make yourself a nice living, or at least a better living. From this point forward, I want you calling in as Vic, the San Francisco mime. Are Jay Moore and his team of writers coming in today? Jay, I enjoyed your performance in the movie Hereafter, and I thought you deserved an Oscar nomination. Does the Academy still have the category of fattest actor who also fills in for Jim Rome? I'm just joking, Jay. You were horrible in that movie. Not that anyone in the country saw it. Congratulations, you can make a movie with a bankable star like Matt Damon go straight to video. I knew they shouldn't have put you in the trailer. Gary Unmarried is really good, though. I love you as Charlie Sheen's brother. Or is that John Cryer? I don't know. I get the two of you so confused. Romy, I love following you, Jay, Stu, and KB on Twitter, and it really is good at gaining some insight into the twisted minds of some of the clones. With that said, you're welcome to come follow me at Dan from DC, and as an incentive to all the clones out there, I'm willing to give away $1,000 in cold cash to my millionth follower. You hear that, Jay Moore? $1,000 cash. Just be Dan from DC's millionth follower. I know they canceled Gary Unwatchable, so that money could definitely help bridge the gap until you find your next movie to ruin. Joe in the OC, it's the voice. That's why you can't win. With China gaining on America, Romy can't risk having his Smack-Off winner sound like Peter Brady going through puberty. The Chi Cops could sense weakness and strike. We've all seen Red Dawn. Hey, Terrence, I'm anxiously awaiting your call to the Smack-Off, mostly because someone needs to know you're still alive. I do not make fun of shut-ins, and I won't in your case. So good luck today. I hope you have your dialing wand ready and an extra oxygen tank available in case your call goes long. Hey, Trapper, do you know how many public decency laws you violated with your 6-minute call last year? Tramps like us, baby, we were born to bore people to death. All right, I don't want to forget about my sports takes here. Ben Roethlisberger is getting married, Romy. What a sweet, sweet story. How many Jaeger bombs did it take for her to nod yes to his proposal? But I do wish Ben and his bride the best. She's going to need an immunity to media criticism and also roofies. She will definitely need an immunity to roofies. Romy, last month if you told me 5 thick, burly young studs would be taking home the NCAA basketball title, I'd have told you, of course, the Connecticut women won again. They win every year. But this year the men's team did it? Very surprising. And how about Gino Auriemma bemoaning the fact that only 6,000 people showed up for their NCAA tournament games? Gino, the fact that 6,000 people can watch that sport without averting their eyes is a testament to their strong stomachs and ability to withstand pain. You should be celebrating them. The public is slowly catching on to the fact that women's basketball is a joke, and yet they keep trying to come up with ways to make the game more exciting and higher scoring. But in reality, Jim, if they really wanted to increase scoring in women's basketball, they would would have to start awarding points for turnovers, air balls, and general chaos on the basketball floor. Loved watching the Masters yesterday. What a great event, and I'm rooting hard for Ro Ishikawa, the Japanese golfer, who's been so generous throughout this recent crisis. Ro just shot a 1 under 71 yesterday, but in fairness, he was a bit distracted because his brother back in Japan was injured after he fell off his bike. Yeah, it turns out he got hit by a whale. Romy, I think this is my year, and I promise to serve the jungle well in my role and responsibility as King of Smack. God bless all who dwell in the jungle. Late.
Dan in D.C. That's a strong phone call. That's a really strong phone call. You know, he touched on something. He said, I don't know what the criteria is. I mean, he said it as a joke. I don't know what the criteria is to win this thing. I've done this now for 10 years. I know it's not being funny because Vic won last year. That was his take. But I'm always curious to see what the strategy is. And the guy did a good job. I mean, some come in to just kill clones, clone-on-clone crime. Some come in to just kill one clone. Some come in to talk sports. He did a little bit of everything. He went topical. He went sports. He went clone-on-clone. Solid sports takes. That was a strong call. That was about as good a smack-off call as he's made. He nailed that.